There is scavenger hunt happening at the office today. I'm trying to find a duck. Let's see if we can find it. Someone already found one. And the fact that I was playing there and they found there and I was not aware, and then I went to my desk and I saw there is a scavenger. Oh, I found one! I found one! I found one! I knew it, I will find one. I found one. What they want. Do you want the... I was planning to take a sick leave today because I wasn't feeling good at all. But I think the day is just made. I got the buds. The earbuds who translate different languages. And obviously, I get to keep the dog. Can you see the dog? Such a good day. Love it. Irrespective of how much ever of money I make, if I get something free or like a gift from someone, I'll be the happiest. Oh my goodness, look at the nice cold weather. There is a plane going on in the sky. Still snowy. It's been almost a week. They have cleaned it up, but obviously it's super cold and it can't be melt, like it cannot melt right away. So yeah, it is what it is. Someone from my organization left today, so they were not in my team, they are in finance team. Surprisingly, the finance team of the company is pretty big as compared to what I've seen in like with respect to other teams, especially in the headquarters. Obviously there is a great section of other teams which works through remote maybe, but I don't know. So as of now, that I know is through the headquarters team. I think most probably the biggest team is finance team, and there is another section, like more of it is divided into what kind of a business it is done. For example, if it's a B2B site, B2C site, or even specific to some of the VVIP customers. So for them, the distribution is a little bit different based on what software you're using. Then that team is like divided. I hate this fucking double chin. Oh my god, I have to start working out more and stop eating shit more. I have stopped eating and I had a slice of pizza today because it was Friday, and every Friday is a pizza day in office, obviously. Anyway, so yeah, someone from the finance team left. I would say I was not very close to that person, but definitely I had like shared here and there some conversation or smile and like just regular stuff. And I'm happy that people are like finding better opportunities. Obviously, any opportunity is better opportunity for you, because irrespective of whether either you're getting a more pay or much better environment, or maybe and that doesn't mean that my company's environment or pay is not good. Definitely, when I joined this company or someone else joined this company, for them this was a better opportunity. That's why they left something that they had. So sometimes it's more of a better opportunity, which when it comes to pay, culture, maybe options like work from home or work from office or hybrid or whatever, or the stocks or the 401k, and there are like hundreds of factors that one could even count on this spectrum of the communication. But there is other spectrum which I would definitely like to talk is passion. People who are passionate about something will stick back, and these people do not, I mean, I completely understand the third section is where the visa dependency count, right? I mean, some of the opportunities you can't just work it out because of visa restrictions or visa dependencies, and that is quite okay. It's fine, because not everything is fair in this world, and you cannot expect it to be fair. So you just use your unfair advantage, and it's fine. Okay, so if we remove these two factors, like the pay and all and the visa dependency, then the third comes into the picture, that is passion or interest. I have seen many people sticking to a less salary maybe, or a hybrid culture, or a work from home culture, or a work from office culture, just because they are very catered to that audience. They are very interested into catering to specific type of community, whether it's a healthcare, whether it's entertainment, whether it's a finance, and it completely depends upon person to person. And I have a huge respect who can actually take that kind of a decision, because two of the things are, I feel, is behind taking these kind of decisions is, one, either they have kind of a financial stability provided it to them from birth, or they have built that kind of a financial stability for themselves over the years, and then they were able to choose what they definitely look forward to. So for example, I was reading this LinkedIn client's post, and he wrote something like, I worked these many years here and total of these many years, and I'm finally retiring. And I'm like, that makes sense. I mean, if you're working at a certain organization, or you forget about even organization, if you're just working on something for yourself or organization or whatever it is, but you're working on something, if you're enjoying it, if it's fulfilling, and you see the future, kind of a future that you want to look forward to in that thing, then it's fine to pursue that. You don't have to keep on jumping from one thing to another. And that is more of a suggestion for people who are how should I put it in good words, who do not like the stagnancy is actually healthy in some matter of facts. Sometimes it's very important that they say that to reach somewhere you have to leave from somewhere, but you need to understand till when you wanna like stick to that decision or stick to that point. Sometimes it's really important that you don't give up on something and keep on doing it because your gut tells you to, or because your financial and optimal thinking tells you to. So yeah, I do feel I genuinely respect people who can take that kind of a decision, because I grew up in a middle class family. I would say when I was kid, I had pretty much everything that I did want. My parents tried the best they could. They have done more than ever I could imagine for me, and I can never repay what they have done for me. But during growing up, my expectation was also not people like the way people expect, like, oh, I want an LV bag, Gucci, Prada. I don't know. My expectations were not like that. So I will never say that I was from upper class or rich family, but definitely I grew up in very healthy family, very loving family, where I was loved more than required, I would say sometimes. I mean, look at me. So yeah, I got a love from a lot of people over here and there growing up. Everyone got busy in their lives, and somehow I lost touch with a lot of people. But I guess that's how life is. You just can't hold everyone in your life the way people can't hold you, the same way you can't hold people all the time in your life. You just have to sometimes let go, irrespective of whoever it is. And I know for Indian culture, this is a little bit of shocking. I stopped talking because people are like here and there coming, so I feel very awkward about it. But anyway, who cares? Yeah, because I'm not disturbing anyone. So what I was saying. We are back home. Look at my face. Just look at my face. Can you see the fuck ass radiant issue on my face? My face is. It has turned into a red tomato. My goodness. The amount of cold outside, I just can't do it. I just simply can't do it. Anyway, let's continue what we were talking about. Yeah, I was talking about being raised in Indian families. You're not cultured, or you're not trained, or you're not grown in a way that you will just cut off toxic people right away, or you're grown up in a way where a joint culture is very heavily seen. And when I mean joint, it doesn't mean that it has to be joint family. I just mean that your parents, your siblings, which is completely good and fine as long as they're not hurting you, obviously. But, and obviously, they are your emotional pillars, they are your emotional support, so it's a good thing. But that is something I have seen rooted in cultural difference, definitely. That it feels sad, it feels definitely definitely I would say bad when you look at things like, oh, I have lost touch with this person, I have lost touch with that person who was my family member at some point, because obviously they have put in like some amount of effort to love you. They loved you at your when you were a kid, when you were a teen, but things just get the way it is. Like everyone gets busy with their life at some point, and some things does not work out. So that is not the culture I have seen here, because they are very separated in sense, because what I've seen is not everyone is connected to everyone a lot here. Everyone speaks with everyone, they smile, they ask how are you doing, whatnot, all of those things are there. But I mean, come on, if you have to meet your family for a Christmas dinner and you have to schedule an appointment for each brother and each sister, that's a little more complicated, I feel. And if that's a once in a while scenario, I completely understand. But every year, every month, I'm like, no, man, I can't. Now that I stay away from my family, last time I visited them in what, December, Jan, maybe. I visited them after like 1.5 plus years, which was so terrifying, because when I went home, I told my mother while leaving, she was crying, obviously, and I just had to give her confidence that that I'll be back soon, or she can come here to visit me. For God's sake, everything works out with the current situation in politics. But yeah, so I gave the confidence to not cry, but it is what it is. I mean, if you're leaving a country, things get hard sometimes to go back to your own country. And that's not just because of the visa dependency, it's because when you're in new country, you're pretty much building life from like not even zero, it's like from minus, honestly speaking, because most of the things, unless you are smart enough and you're privileged enough and you have that kind of a time bandwidth where you moved like from transition of India to US or any country where you just moved companies and you never went into a student phase, or you don't have any financial dependency or anything like that. So that is a different, but the emotional barrier is still there, obviously, and it's just a little bit complicated. Anyway, enough of that talk. We are back home. It's almost 6:30 now, I guess. I'm gonna go remove these clothes. It's been a long day. Take a hot shower, eat something. Obviously, I had a slice of pizza at office today. And let me just show you the things that I got in office today, because obviously I won the scavenger hunt. Let me just pull up. Okay, so the scavenger hunt was for 4 items, I guess. 3 were known items, one was some like weird item. So the known item, and you won't even believe, like I was playing, there is like a small basketball court situation in the canteen, and I was playing that for 5 minutes, and then I played that and I went, and I sat on my desk, and then I saw the email about scavenger hunt, and I was like, I just I was just there, and I had a feeling that someone would hide one at least ducky in the canteen, because that's like a go-to place I can think of, and it was there in that basketball court. There is like a small space, and I was like, I have just seen this. This is impossible. Like, I have to go back, and I didn't touch it first because I don't know whose it is and I don't want to touch it. So, but then someone just picked it right in front of me. I was like, oh my gosh. And then it kind of got to me like, I have to find one now. I have lost my my ducky. I have to find another ducky. So I just spent like 3 minutes in the canteen, and then it hit me like, they won't like hide two duckies in one place. So I just moved away, and there is a lounge at the start of the building, and I kind of had a feeling that this lounge is like a little dark. Not a lot of people sit here very often, and there are people every now and then, but they like near like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, they'll like chill there, or like if there is like a something going on, then they'll spend night there, if at all like it's required or something. But yeah, I had a feeling that in, and then I saw in one of the chair below, this ducky was there. Oh my god, look at it. It is so cute. It is definitely cute, cute. So this is by the company AFAC. It's an insurance company. They provide you insurance on cancer, life, long-term disability, and whatnot. And this is not a copay or something. It's basically they give you money, not the other way around, like the hospitals. So yeah, it's a little bit different. It's like a on top of your insurance. If you want an insurance, then this comes into the picture. Okay, enough of that. Then I went there. I told them that I got it, and they're like, you can keep it since you got it. And then they said that there is a prize money, not a prize money, sorry, there's a prize, which is this. Look at it. This is GD280 wireless headphones, true wireless stereo sound. And the best part about this headphones is they are cooperated with translation. So if you're talking in some else language, I'm gonna know it. Anyway, I speak 5 languages. So apart from those 5 languages, if you are speaking in some else language, I will know it now. I wonder if Apple has it. I don't remember looking into it, but I should definitely check if AirPods supports the translation. I think it does at some extent. The newer version, I think it does. I do have the newest version, so I think I should check it out. Anyway, this is the pod, how it looks like. Look at it. I'm gonna open it. Let's do with one hand. Try to open it. Ooh. Oh my gosh, look at it. Look at it. Okay, so there is this. I don't know whether how much I'll wear this, because I have like the AirPods, the headphones, and all of that, and like the one in my ear, obviously. So I don't know how much I'll use this, but let's see if this is like good enough sound and translates and all of it. Then I'll try to use it. Anyway, this is how it looks. One ear. I'm gonna try to pair it and see how it looks like, feels like. Obviously that's rechargeable. Okay, that was it for today, people. My weekend is actually gonna be very busy because I have a lot of stuff to do. So let's see how the weekend goes. But right now, I'm just gonna take a hot shower, work on my thighs a little bit because they are paining. I did a lower body workout and it just gets me every time when I start doing it. I love it, but it just gets me. So I'm gonna do that, and let's call it a day then.